We played one period from Amway Arena. The San Antonio Spurs lead the Orlando Magic by 7, 27-20. The Magic finished the period on a 6-2 run, however. Carries some momentum into the second period. David Steele, Matt Gukas, Dante Marchitelli, and our special guest tonight from OROC 105.9. There he is, Drew Garabo.
David.
Up close and personal tonight from Orlando. He's the host of the morning after show on OROC 105.9, and we're glad to have him with us. Going to have some fun with Drew for part of the second quarter. You're a huge Magic fan, and you go way back, don't you?
This is true, David. Since the inception of the franchise, I've been a huge fan. Never better than right now as a team makes a march towards the second half of the season and a playoff run.
We're looking forward to getting some of your insights as a fan and a local Orlando radio personality, because I know on the air you talk about the Magic a lot, don't you?
I can't help it. It's in my blood, blue and silver. I like it when people are interactive about it, and yeah, it's a good reason to get excited about the team, David.
All right, you go back to your days as a student at UCF. You started following the club when they came to town, opened up in 1989, and you were there from the beginning as a fan. I was, from the early scrimmages out of the University of Central Florida, watching guys who weren't even on the team, thinking about what it would one day be like to sit in this Amway Arena and watch NBA basketball, David. We got another technical on the Magic. Orlando players a little testy tonight. I think the pressure building on this team, Drew, to get some victories, and we've already seen Keith Bogans with a technical, and now Dwight Howard. It's a frustrating time at the moment to be a Magic fan. At the moment, at the right now, David and Matty, sure, but I think in the big picture, we've been depleted by injuries, and if we can get everybody healthy, I think this team will regain the confidence we saw earlier in the season, and people will start getting behind the team even more. Michael Finley shoots the technical free throw. Now you come with some notes. I know you've got some things. We're gonna have some special little features that you provided some information, but yeah, you take this very seriously tonight, don't you? Well, David, Matty, this is what you guys do every day. This is a once-in-a-lifetime shot for me to stand right close to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air himself, Bob Horry, and watch what he does. That is Will Smith, right? That's Big Shot Bob right there.
He's shooting the ball like Will Smith now. He's down around 32% from the field. He's not Big Shot Bob. He's bad shooting Bob of late. That's exactly what it is. I bring out the venom in Matt Gukas. I'm proud of that, David. He's starting to mock other players relentlessly. This is great. There's another Big Shot player, Michael Finley. Been around a long time. Stud. You have. That's the first mean thing I've said this year.
See, I'm going to take full credit for that one, Matty. Just wait. It's going to be a long quarter.
If you listen to Drew's radio show, you know that he has a sort of an acerbic sense of humor, I guess is.
Does that mean stupid, David? Does that mean dumb?
I wasn't going to go there. Vaughn traipsing through the lane. It's a 13-point game now.
Another former Magic player killing us. He's got 2 points.
These guys do crop up all over the place, don't they? Travis Diener's checked in just a moment ago. Quickly launches a 3. And Oberto rebounds for the Spurs.
Hey, guys, you look out at this San Antonio five some out on the court right now with no Parker and no Duncan. Doesn't really strike a lot of fear in the other than Manu Ginobili and Michael Finley, I meant to say.
Him too.
Well, when they get play like that from their bench, I mean, their starting 5 is so good with Duncan and Parker and then Ginobili. If you get Finley knocking in 3s, you're in big trouble. It's a 16-point game now.
And guys, it seems like this is a team that nobody's talking about out west. They're consistent, they win all the time, and they know how to win big games. I don't know why you don't hear more about the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, I think they were, Drew, at the beginning of the year, but then Dallas and Phoenix kind of separated themselves from the rest of the pack in the West. Now, that second tier of San Antonio, Houston, the Lakers are very strong, but a lot of people are saying this Spurs team just not athletic enough up and down their lineup. I don't know if
that's legitimate. That's a legitimate concern, especially that Oberto guy. That guy looks like he lost his stash out in the parking lot. Did you see him?
What happened there?
I don't know.
Just from appearances, huh?
Yeah, just on basic looks alone. That's an odd-looking fella. I hung out with guys like that in college.
And they probably looked 31 years old back then.
He's playing Dwight Howard rather well, though.
Screen by Howard, and the jumper by Arroyo. That's the Magic's first points of the second period. They're down by 14.
I think this is the first time we've seen Redick, Diener, and Arroyo all on the court together. The last time that Diener and Redick were playing up in New Jersey a few weeks ago, I don't think Carlos was in the mix that night.
Diener hasn't played in the last 3 games for the Magic. So there's big shot Bob again. And out of bounds. What about your favorite 5 Magic player? Let's get to that.
Boy, that's a good one. There were so many that made the cutting room floor, David. From Terry Catledge to Sidney Green, they couldn't quite make it. There's number 5 right there, the consummate professional, Grant Hill. Of course, the water bug that is Darrell Armstrong, still in the NBA. I think he's been playing for 35 years now. Former walk-on kicker. My man Pat Garrity said nice things about me.
Jump shot by Carlos Arroyo. We'll get your top 2 favorite players.
That's a good tease.
Just a moment. So Pat Garrity is number 3 on your list.
Yeah, I love St. Patrick Garrity. He's a heck of a guy and a heck of a ball
Joseph
player.
Garrity.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Here's number 2.
Reggie Theus from the old
You
school.
go way back now.
He's a good guy, that Reggie Theus. He tipped me very well when he came to the restaurant I waited tables at, Matty.
And your favorite player?
Of course, you got to bring the ambassador back in town. Best move the Magic have made all year to bring Nick Anderson back and celebrate number 25. I like the commitment to the past, and I can't wait for Laterial Green to get his due when he comes back into town.
Shaquille O'Neal couldn't slide in there. Who? I forgot.
Still bitter, huh? Still bitter.
Oh, the guy who left for LA, right? Yeah, is he still out there? What's he doing? He and Kobe should have a couple of rings by now.
Milicic with a terrific pass. Tipped in by Bo Outlaw. Orlando has cut the lead to 10. And the Spurs are going to use a timeout. We'll take a break and be back here at Amway Arena with Drew Garabo from OROC 105.9. A little more of Drew's perspective on things. And the Magic cutting the lead to 10. Using a timeout, the Magic have scored the game's last 6 points. They've cut a 16-point lead to 10. David Steele, Matt Gukas, and Drew Garabo from OROC 105.9 joining us tonight. Morning after show. Drew,
yes, sir.
We want to find out, as a Magic fan from day one, your top 5 moments in Magic basketball history.
Well, I'm glad you asked, David. Number 5, this is it right here. Joining the spectacular broadcast team of Steele and Gukas. Kissing up got me where I am,
very
David.
Good.
And you spelled my name right.
Absolutely, I did. I scrawled it with a crayon. First one, the first Magic scrimmage at the UCF gym before the '89 season.
Were you there?
I was there at UCF. They brought in players like Antoine, Joe Barra, guys who didn't make the team. I remember like
that,
it was
Matt?
yesterday.
I do. I remember.
You remember Drew?
No,
he was the guy hanging on the rim.
He was about 8 years old, I think, back in '89.
That's not true. Matty, you don't look a day older now than you did back then. You look fantastic. My number 3 Magic moment of all time, David and Matty, of course, Scott Skiles with those 30 assists versus the Denver Nuggets. An exciting moment. Still an NBA record if my notes are correct today. My number 2 Magic moment of all time, Nick Anderson steal right in this building. They went berserk, fed the ball to Horace Grant, I believe, as we knocked Chicago out of the Eastern Conference, went on to face Indiana, and I don't know what happened in the NBA Finals. And finally, my favorite Magic moment of all time this year, making the 2007 playoffs after a little mini drought. This city will get behind the team once again. It's exciting, isn't it, guys?
Very nice. So look to the future for favorite moment number 1.
My Magic crystal ball tells me we'll make the playoffs.
Well, let's take care of this one tonight.
Okay.
Tony Parker back in the game. How does he get to the basket so easily, Matty?
Well, it's quick, and again, it's so good with either hand on the dribble. And I think the fact that he also changes pace, which makes him even quicker. And of course, they set a ton of pick and rolls for him, which are so difficult to guard in the NBA.
And he's bilingual. That really helps out a lot.
Outside of the Magic, what other teams do you like, Drew?
I got to be honest with you, David. I'm a huge Dallas Mavericks fan. I like Mark Cuban. I like everything he's all about, what he does for the players. His brash attitude I can somehow relate to. And that team with Dirk Nowitzki is an unbelievable basketball team. That's 3.
Yet you started out as a Boston Celtic fan.
Thank you for noticing, Matty. I did. I was raised in Framingham, Massachusetts. Grew up watching Cowens and Havlicek and all the way through Larry Legend, but I had to switch my allegiance once Orlando got a franchise. I had to do it.
Now, I know that you're a frustrated play-by-play announcer, so why don't you take the play-by-play microphone and just give it a shot? This is your big chance here, Drew.
Okay, David. J.J. Redick around the wing, looks inside to Darko. He's backing down against Tim Duncan. Spin move, lost the ball. Finley looks out front. He's got Bowen on the wing. Hits Bowen, back to Finley. Deep jumper, 20-footer. Rock bottom. Spurs up. Wow. Is that 16? Does my math not deceive me? 16 points. Magic call timeout. 6:50 less in the second quarter.
Ugh.
We're going to do this again in New Jersey tomorrow, guys. Am I going to see you guys in the second quarter then, too?
That might have been good enough to get you on the team plane.
All right, sweet, good. I look forward to seeing you guys there. I'll have my stuff back.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks for the opportunity.
It's been a lot of fun.
David, Matty, you guys are the best. Keep up the great work.
You're going to have us on your show sometime?
Anytime you want.
All right. Garabo from Rock 105.9. Magic down by 16. We'll be back.